Welcome back to the Irish Bandit channel, or if you're new here, welcome to the channel. I, as always, am your host, the one, the only, the second Irish Bandit. Now, if you've watched my channel for any amount of time, you know what a huge fan I am of horror movies, and Scream is one of my all-time favorite franchises. I did a ranked video on it back in October. You can watch it here. I've also done a bunch of reactions to the Scream 6 trailers when they came out before the release of the movie earlier this year. Well, I finally got to watch Scream 6 just a couple weeks ago, and I think it's time to give you my thoughts on the movie. Now, I'm going to do as I always do. I'm going to start out with a little synopsis of the story. Of course, no spoilers in this video whatsoever, but a little synopsis of the story and my thoughts overall. So let's start right off with the synopsis. Scream 6 takes place 1 year after the events of what happened in the last movie. We'll just call it Scream 5. It's easier that way than calling it like Scream 2021 or whatever. Sam, Tara, and their friends are now living in New York because Tara, Chad, and Mindy, I'm trying to remember the names. I'm not good with names in horror movies because to me they're just bodies, unfortunately. But unless you get the really good characters like Sydney, Gail, Dewey, Tatum, Randy, Billy, Stu, Derek. Yeah, that pretty much covers the first two movies. But Tara, let me see if I remember this. Tara, Chad, and Mindy are all in college now, and Sam just went with Tara to keep her safe, pretty much. After everything that happened at the end of the last movie, Tara is now in counseling for everything that she fears is going to come up being everything we learned in the last movie. I'm trying not to do spoilers for that movie either because, you know, it's still a pretty new movie, but if you've seen it, you know what I'm talking about. It was a twist that I really didn't care for, but I think they managed to pull it off really well with this movie. So, same as always, Sam and Tara get a call on the phone, you know, what's your favorite scary movie? Which starts off a chain of events that really I thought was better done in this movie than it has been in any of the last few iterations of the Scream franchise. I thought the story was really well done, really well written. Like I said, I thought it was better than the last movie. I thought it was better than Scream 4, and I thought it was better than Scream 3. So that pretty much tells you what I think of this movie overall. So yeah, the story was so well done. The characters were great. It was funny because in Scream 5, I really didn't care for the characters of Chad or Mindy, and I found them a lot more tolerable in this one. Then you had a lot of new characters pop up as well. The only returning legacy character, I guess you'd call, from the first three movies was Gail. Again, played by Courtney Cox. I think that's going to be one of the biggest things she's remembered for. That and Friends. And then in a surprising turn of events, Kirby Reed from Scream 4 returned, played by Hayden Panettiere. I probably butchered her name, but you know who I'm talking about. It was a surprise because, you know, when you saw her in Scream 4, you know, I assumed that she met her ultimate fate at the end of it. But from everything that I've heard, Wes Craven didn't want her to be killed off, so hence why she's back for Scream 6. So yeah, the story was so well done and gets top marks for me. We kind of touched on it briefly, so I'll touch on it here as well. The characters, I thought all the characters were really developed really well, especially Tara and Sam, especially Sam. My God, everything she is going through is just incredible from the last movie to this one. If there's a seventh Scream movie, they're going to be doing something big with her. I can just feel it. And again, as for returning characters, Gail returned, which was great to see. No Sydney in this one, unfortunately, because I think the story was Neve Campbell couldn't come to an agreement on price when it came time for negotiation. I think she's worth the money to put into it because she was the Scream franchise for so long. You know, the first four movies were all pretty much Sydney's story. I'm glad they're kind of steering away from Sydney because her story's been told. She can go live a happy life with Mark. I'm pretty sure it was Mark Kincaid from Scream 3, but they'll leave us guessing until Patrick Dempsey pops up in the next one. So yeah, The characters were so well done, likable this time around. Like I said, in the last one, I didn't really care for Chad or Mindy, but they became really likable in this one. So, very, very well done characters. One of the things I really like about the Scream franchise is that it doesn't take place in one singular location from movie to movie. In the very first movie, we were introduced to this town of Woodsboro, California. In Scream 2, we went to Windsor College. I think that was in Ohio. In Scream 3, we went back to California, this time to Hollywood. Scream 4, it was back to Woodsboro. Scream 5, again in Woodsboro. And Scream 6, they went to New York City for this one. So I really love the change in location. Don't keep it in one place all the time. They can get away with doing two movies in the same place. Like look at Scream 4 and Scream 5. But I mean, there was so much distance between Scream 4 and Scream 5. Like 11 years, I think. So if they do another one from New York, I would be down for that one. If they had it somewhere new or if they went back to Woodsboro, I'd be okay with that as well. So I really love the change in locations. It just goes to show you that Ghostface can pop up anywhere. Speaking of Ghostface, I really, really dug the reveal of the killer, or killers in this case, of Ghostface. I thought the past few outings, Scream 3, especially Scream 4, Scream 5, the killer reveal was just kind of eh. This one was well done and really shocking to me because of some things that happened early on in the movie. So when you get the reveal and their motivation, it finally makes sense, because for the last little while, the motivations of the killers has not made sense to me. But this time it did, and I thought it was really well executed. I love the ending sequence in the Ghostface shrine lair. So well done. That's another thing that I absolutely loved, is that they tied all the history together, from Billy and Stu to Mickey and Mrs. Loomis, Roman Bridger, Jill and Charlie in Scream 4, and then everything that happened in Scream 5. I loved Sam's conflict. It's like I said before, in Scream 5, I wasn't too sure about what they were doing with Sam and her character and her motivations, but I liked what they did with this. They kind of built upon it. Radio Silence is doing a hell of a job. Like, I will admit that the first outing with them with the last Scream movie was kind of shaky, but what they've done with this one, they've just improved on everything and did an excellent job. So all in all, I thought the Ghostface in this movie was so incredible. Believable motivations as well. So I thought Scream 6 was great. I've made no bones about it that Scream 3, 4, and 5 have not been great outings for the series. Scream 5 was a little better than the previous two, but I still didn't care for it all that much. Like, I thought it was good, I thought it was okay, but that was about it. But I thought Scream 6 was fantastic. So well done, well paced, great characters, a great Ghostface reveal, and just bringing back some of these characters who we weren't sure about. Gail, of course. Bringing back Kirby, though, that was a stroke of genius. I love that they made her an FBI agent as well. That was so well done. Scream 6 is great. It's a return to form for the series, something that's been needed since Scream 3. And you know I love the Scream movies, so yeah, Scream 6, fantastic. I highly recommend it, and I think it's the best Scream movie since Scream 2. So that's saying a lot for me. But what did you think of Scream 6? Let me know in the comments section down below. I'd really love to read your thoughts on this. While you're down there, don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up. I'd really appreciate that. In the description, you're going to see all the ways you can help support this channel. You can follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, TikTok, and Reddit. You can get your Irish Bandit merchandise from my Irish Bandit shop on redbubble.com. You can get your copy of my novel Shade Falling on Amazon. You can get that through either Kindle e-reader or on paperback. And you can buy me a coffee, where right now I have a goal set up where I want to get some Elgato gear for my PC. You can help make that happen in the link down below. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe. And if you're already subscribed, tap the bell and you'll be notified whenever a brand new video goes live. I'll be back tomorrow with more BioShock, and then on Thursday, I'll have one for the wrestling fans. Why I think that the WWE is already screwed up with the new World Heavyweight Championship. And then on Friday, I'll be back with more Final Fantasy VII Remake. We just finished the Corneo Cup, and now it's time to meet the Dawn. So be sure to tune in for that. Until then, have a great rest of the week, and I'll talk to you again very, very soon.